Good morning, sound guys and sound girls. Let me tell you about my evening with the Eldorado Band last week. They were playing a typical bar and grill, smaller place, so they were using their small PA system. And the band, these are older guys like me. Nobody's as old as I am, but they don't play through the winter months. So they hadn't played since November. All their equipment had been sitting in the truck at the singer's house since the middle of November. This was the first gig of the year. So using the small PA, I had the PA set up relatively quickly. I mean, in the last couple years, I've probably done, maybe 100 jobs, pushing 100 jobs with these guys. So I know the PA system really well. So I had the PA set up, had tunes coming out of the front. I had ordered a hamburger and fries, which I planned to eat while the guys were setting up their stage gear, and everything seemed pretty normal. And then the first bit of weirdness occurs. The bass player, out of his wedge is coming this beautiful audio tone. I would say, I don't know, maybe 2K, something like that. Just beautiful, like it was coming from a audio generator. But there was nothing else coming out of it. Now, he should have had his regular monitor. I had everything all set up, as far as I knew, ready to go. So I went up and checked everything out, and everything's wired correctly. I'm thinking, well, the wedge is fried. Then the guitar player announces he has nothing out of his wedge. Nothing at all. Now I'm starting to think, well, it's been 3 months. What did I miss? So I go back, look at the tablet. Nothing's muted. Check the routing. The routing is all correct. I'm looking at the signal on the Aux Send master. There's plenty of signal on the Aux Send master. He should be hearing stuff out of his wedge, unless, we have two bad wedges. And then the keyboard player announces that out of his in-ears, he has absolutely nothing in his in-ears. Again, I checked the tablet, the Aux Send, plenty of signal on the Aux Send. Anyway, make a long story short, checking all the auxes. None of the auxes were working. There were no aux sends at all. Plenty of signal at the board. The fronts were working fine. I had everything out front, but nothing in the aux sends. Which, if it stayed that way, that would mean playing without any kind of monitors for the guys on stage, which might have been very entertaining. But anyway, Jeff, the guitar player who put the PA system together, usually carries a spare. Before they had the DL32, they had I think it's a DL1608. It's a 16-channel version of the DL series that they used. But this was the first gig in 3 months. He forgot to pack the DL1608. So things are looking a bit dire. But then the keyboard player comes through. He has, of all things, a DL1608 in his van that he uses when he does solo gigs. But there's no snapshots or anything set up. Now, before we went to all that trouble, we reloaded the snapshot on the DL32, thinking that might help. Then I rebooted the mixer, thinking, well, that certainly sometimes solves problems. And then Jeff, as I said, the guy that put the PA system together, he rebooted it again, a second time. No change, nothing we could do. We could not get anything out of the aux sends. So we were going to have to use the keyboard player's DL1608, which was fine, other than the fact that there was no saved snapshot. We'd be creating the show from scratch and trying to get that all done in time to start in 20 minutes or whenever the band was supposed to start by that point. And that's where Jeff really came through. He remembered everything about how the DL16 was set up. He was pulling XLRs out of the 32 and telling me what channel to plug them into in the 16. And we got everything patched in correctly. We got some EQ and stuff happening. And I would say the band probably started maybe 15 minutes late, which, considering the situation, was really good. And I had probably in about 2 songs, I had the band sounding pretty good, like normal. The only pain with the DL1608 is the gain controls are on the physical mixer, of course, which is a box that sits up on stage. So once the band started playing, for example, the bass player was just crushing me out front, looking at the signal. I couldn't adjust the gain from the tablet in the back. I had to walk up to the stage and find his channel and turn it down there. I had to do that a couple times for things. But we got through the night. So I guess the lesson would be carry a spare. Carry a spare. And if it's a digital mixer, have a snapshot ready to go. You know, if Jeff had had his regular backup mixer, we'd have plugged everything in, he'd have called up a snapshot, that would have been it. The band would have started on time without problem. So anyway, that was my interesting Saturday night. I'll play some clips from the night. Thanks for watching. See you later.